Good evening, everyone. So my name is Rohit, and I'm representing Anis classes. And today we'll be talking about SSC CGL. So we'll break the words firstly. What is SSC and what is CGL? So the word SSC stands for Staff Selection Commission, and CGL is Combined Graduate Level. So this is an examination which is conducted by the Ministry of Home Affairs to select candidates for the position of auditors and various prestigious Group B positions in various departments of the government. Let it be the principal control of defense accounts, be it the armed force headquarters, or be it be the staff selection commission itself. There are various departments for which the Ministry of Home Affairs conducts this examination to select candidates for them. Now, as I already told you, it is an entrance examination and it will be recruiting individuals. Next part is we'll check about the eligibility. So eligibility will break it in various parts. Firstly, we'll talk about the educational eligibility. So the basic eligibility criteria here stands for the bachelor's degree from a recognized university. So a candidate might be a bachelor in arts. He or she might be a bachelor's in science, or it may be an engineering degree. But the basic stimulus here stands for a bachelor person. And next, we'll be talking about the age limit. So the age limit, the minimum age is 18 years and the maximum for the unreserved category is 27 years. Now, when a candidate is coming from an OBC background or a SC or ST background, the relaxation goes as per the different classes. For OBC, the relaxation is for plus 5 years. So let's consider if a candidate is 27 years old and if he's an OBC, he still might be eligible for the exam, which gives a plus 5 years of more age eligibility. So he might apply till the age of 32. Similarly, for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, the person can still apply till the age of 35 years. So these are the basic age limit criteria. Now we'll be talking about the demand of the exam. Let me first tell you the first tier 1 examination, like why do various departments keep a tier 1 examination? So tier 1 examination stands like a screening test. What is a screening test? Let's say there are 50 or 60 job applications or 60 positions in a company, and you might be seeing that hundreds of people apply for that. But for the top 50 or 60 positions, you need to filter out people who are the best out of the hundreds of them applying. So every department or every company puts a kind of screening test. Let it be a aptitude screening test or be it a normal basic logical reading screening test. So it depends from department to department. Now the SSC keeps a tier 1 examination, which is the screening test, and the screening test consists of 100 questions, and each section is divided into 25 questions. We have 4 sections and there are 100 questions for that, and each question carries about 2 marks. So the total marks are 200 marks, the total questions are 100 questions. Now when you will be working in a department after getting a particular position, let's say you are an auditor in a principal control of defense accounts. Now when you will be handling the defense accounts, so there will be multiple tasks, there will be multiple data which you'll be handling day out and day out. So the job will be enormous and you will be coming across various kinds of data, various kind of people. You need to handle a lot of data in very less time. So for that, what is the commission checking? The commission is checking your precision on the content, your speed, how fast are you able to grasp things, and many more such things which are clearly seen in the tier 1 itself. That is why 100 questions are given and you are being allotted only 1 hour. So in that 1 hour, what happens that in 1 hour, a candidate who's been able to solve maximum number of questions with accuracy, let's say an accuracy of 80% or above, he's been able to get through the examination because he has that hold on his content. And now in Anis classes, we'll be giving you that kind of hold, especially in various sections such as reasoning, general awareness, quantitative aptitude, and English comprehension. So speed matters here in the tier 1. Once you are through the tier 1, you'll be eligible for tier 2. Now, what is tier 2? Like there is a prelims examination, then there is a mains examination. So in tier 1 examination, you are clearing the prelims part, and now you'll be eligible for the mains part. So in the tier 2 part, in tier 2, we have different papers. So for paper 1, we have a section 1, and in that we have two modules. Module 1 is about mathematical abilities, and module 2 is about reasoning and general intelligence. Each module consists 30 questions. So we have total here 60 questions, and the maximum marks is 180 marks for the paper 1. And for paper 2, for section 2, we have in section 2 two models again. One is English, and then second general awareness, and then section 3 we have computer knowledge. And the next is about the data entry and speed test. Basically it will be about the typing test. Now, what you are learning in tier 1, you are coming back to tier 1, you'll be learning about reasoning, you're learning about different types of quantitative aptitude. Let's say we have profit and loss, we have percentage, we have ratio and proportion, we have time, speed, and distance. Then in reasoning, we have direction and distance, we have analogy, and then we have various type of Venn diagrams kind of thing. In English comprehension, we have grammar part, we have synonyms, we have antonyms, we have comprehensions, we have fill in the blanks, we have parts of speech, and many such things more. In the general intelligence, in the general awareness, sorry, we have some static part and some dynamic part. In static part, we'll be having things like what is the tenure of government, is how is the chief minister selected, how is the election of prime minister conducted, or let's talk about the history part. You'll be talking about different type of coins of the ancient age. We'll be talking about the Gupta period. We'll be talking about the Mauryan Empire. And for the different dynamic part, we have the current affairs. We have the current affairs, and which will be static current affairs, like one line current affair. Like for example, recently which person got the Pulitzer's award or the Booker's award, who was awarded with the Booker's Prize. Many such single liners current affair, which will be mostly comprising the last 6 months or last 3 months of the period. Once you clear the paper 1, tier 1, you will be eligible for tier 2. And in tier 2, you do not have to learn or do something which you haven't done before. The things of tier 1 we as again in a modified version, in a more lengthy version in tier 2. And tier 2 will decide your rank. How will tier 2 decide your rank? Now, every year, every time what happens in tier 2, each section is divided into various modules, and each module have a certain amount of marks. So when we talk about section 1, it is 180 marks. We talk about section 2, it is 210 marks, and section 3 is about 60 marks. So these three sections. So how is your merit formed? How is your merit formed? Your merit is formed by calculating your marks from tier 2. Tier 1 is completely about the screening test, like who is getting in, who is at least eligible to write the tier 2. In tier 2, you need more hold on your things. For example, in module 1, you have in section 1 you have 180 marks, in section 2 you have 210 marks, and in section 3 you have 60 marks. The person who will be scoring the highest marks in these particular modules will be eligible for the will be getting higher order in merit. Now the question arises, why do I want to come higher order in merit? The merit will be among about some 70, like consider some 1700 positions are there for this time. So what matters, like if you are if you are 16, if your rank is something 1600 or something out from the 1700 people. So you will be getting a department which is not so prestigious, where you will not be handling much work, or you'll not be engaged much, or it will be a position which will not be liked by all. But what you get, what you have when you have a higher order of merit. So what happens when you have a higher order of merit? So in the slide you can see that I have shown an image of ASO in MEA. So what is an ASO in MEA? So what is ASO? ASO is Assistant Section Officer, and MEA is Ministry of External Affairs. So when you are an ASO in MEA, So Ministry of External Affairs, we have embassies. So we have an embassy in every, mostly out of 205 countries, India has an embassy in around 130 countries. So ASO, for ASO, you need the top rank. Like you need to come in top hundreds. So when you come in top 100, you will be, if you have opted for ASO, you'll be going in MEA. Now you can serve in various countries. For example, you may be an MEA, you'll be serving as an ASO in United States of America. So if you are opted for ASO, you will be serving in various countries. And you'll be also handling various important jobs now. Other prestigious departments are like the GST department, we have the income tax department, we have the CBDT, Central of Direct and Indirect Taxes, then we have the Principal Control of Defense Accounts, then we have Defense Estates, then we have various administrative roles also. So these all depend upon your rank. Your rank determines what position you will be getting and at what level you will be working, what department you will be working with. Okay. Then there are other departments as well, and they are subject to some medical demands also. For example, for a inspector in Central Excise Department, you need particular physical and medical standards. And for an inspector in sub inspector in NIA, sub inspector in CBI, and there is narcotics department also. So there are various departments, and you have to apply and you'll be eligible for those departments depending upon your rank. So from your rank, your department, and your designation is determined. So from this, you will be understanding what is the importance of Tier 2. So Tier 2 is very, very important, and your marks in Tier 2 determines your rank, determines everything for your future career. And there is also various prestigious positions in Ministry of Finance through SSCGM. So everything is completely dependent upon your rank. Now we'll be talking about a demand of the examination and what should be your ideal strategy. What is for everything you need a plan. There is a famous quote: "If you plan to fail, you fail to if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail." There is a very important quote, and I think everyone should follow this. If you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Which means that if your strategy, what you are planning is not determined, so the next part also comes into a danger. If your strategy and planning and what should you be demanding is not up to the mark, so your further part also comes into danger. For example, there we have 100 questions. We have only 1 hour. So your planning is very important. How you will be tackling those 100 questions in 1 hour is also important. Which section you need to give more importance is also important. What is your strength is very important. What is your weakness is also very important. For example, if you are having your strength as mathematics and we have 25 questions from quantitative aptitude, if you are able to do 20, 22 in 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, let's say, you have rest of 40 minutes. Now, somebody who might not be very good in mathematics, he'll be requiring half an hour for mathematics and he's only left with 30 questions. So you need to talk out a plan in which you will be knowing itself that what is your strength, what is your weakness, then how much time you'll be requiring for a particular section, and all those things are very important for you to know that how you will be sailing through this exam. And the next part is that once you complete these things that about what is your strength, what is your weakness, then the second things come about is how should you devote your time, like how much time you should require for quantitative aptitude, time for general awareness, how much time for comprehension, etc., etc. Now there are some basic sources, there are various mathematic books which you should refer for quantitative aptitude. We usually uh, take help from R.S. Agarwal mathematics book. For English comprehension, we use Arihant material for English comprehension, which helps us with antonyms, synonyms, etc., etc. For general awareness, we use Lucent, and we use a Manorama yearbook, or maybe a new magazine which covers the last 6 months of current affairs. For reasoning, we might go with R.S. Agarwal, or we might go with any new reasoning publication which is catering the demand of your examination. So all these things are very crucial, and I hope that we, we will be helping you with all these things, how to plan, how to strategize, which elements to focus more on, which elements to give less time to, and this will help you in clearing the scheme of tier 1 examination, and you will be landing to tier 2 examination. So in all these things you need to plan accordingly. Everything in this examination is about practice, and the more number of mock tests you appear for. What now here the practice comes like in mathematics part, especially when you talk about tier 1 25 questions, and in section 1 of section 1 module 1 you have 30 questions, and each question of mathematics in tier 1 is of 2 marks and in tier 2 of 3 marks. So mathematics is one part which can be improved with practice and practice. The more you practice, the more chances you have of clearing this examination. Similarly, reasoning also comes with practice. So here 60 questions in tier 2, which is almost 180 marks. If a candidate is able to score 140, 150 marks out of the section 1, he gets a very good rank. So here we'll be helping you with mathematics and reasoning part. And in section 2, it is also about the English and the general awareness part. So these things are about memorization and mock test. The more you are able to eliminate options, you are able to play with the options, or the how the examiner is trying to set the questions, the more you will be more fluent with the paper, and you'll not be very tense during the examinations. Here we'll be helping you with this. And the next is section 3, which is about computer knowledge module. Here you can refer any computer knowledge book, and there are 20 questions, 60 marks. This is much doable, but again here time is very less. So time plays a very crucial part here. The section 3 here is about the data entry speed test, which is a typing test. This again here comes with practice. We'll be helping you with this also. And the paper 2, who have specialization in statistics, we can apply for the paper 2 part itself. Now we'll talk about the various important dates and important numbers. So the last date to apply is 24 of July 2024. So this date, I suggest all my students and the fellow candidates that you should fill your form before 20 of July. Why? Because the site can handle a traffic of a particular uh, volume on 22nd, 23rd, 24th. What happens, a lot number of people directly apply on that date, and the site is almost, the server is down for 6 8 hours long. So if you are a serious candidate and you really want to get through SSC CGL, so you should firstly fill your form on time, and you should not be keeping this on a long wait, and you should fill the form very fast. The next, the date of tier 1 will be in the first week of September. Last week of September or the first week of October tentatively. The notification will be, you will be notified about that this time and again. Then the age criteria we've already talked about. Then about the vacancies, 17,727 vacancies. So the vacancies have increased now, and this is a golden opportunity for many candidates that you should at this particular time take most of the benefit of this vacancy numbers, and we secure at least one position for your future. Next is the prestigious positions which are offered, like I told you about junior statistical officer, then we have statistical investigator grade, then we have research assistant in National Human Rights Commission. There are n number of positions. There are more than 50 to 60 positions. Now here in ADCI will be helping you to get through tier 1 of your examination, tier 2 of your examination. We have provided with the address of your address of our classes. Then we have also provided with the email or our contact details. You can contact us for any of the queries. If you have any doubts regarding the selection process, if you have doubts related to the examination pattern or how to approach, how to strategize, you should visit the classes, or you can also give us a call. Our student care team will be helping you on all the fronts. You will be uh, everything will be very cooperative for you, and you'll be free to ask any doubts to us. So the main gist of the lecture was to introduce you what is SSCCGL, to talk about all the important details, and uh, how we'll be helping you. So I hope that from this session, a lot of doubts might have come to your mind, that what is the in-depth demand of the examination, or how do we approach it if like some individual might be having particular strengths about some certain subjects, particular weaknesses about a certain subject, and his strategy might be different. A common strategy does not work for entrance examination. For an entrance examination, individualistic strategies work. For all that, we'll be helping you here. Our contact details are shared below. You can check from the slide, and you can call us freely anytime, and we'll be assisting you. I hope that you take this examination seriously, and will be helping you. If you have any doubts, you can even email us.